Hello everybody, it is Wednesday and of course we're doing a MCN, which is a collection of news and information that's happening. Obviously today is new content day. We've got tons of new content, it is coming into game, it should be very exciting. So we're going to kick off the show with just a bit of a reminder. If you didn't see yesterday's video, there's a lot of stuff going around about Magic Thief and Alliance Wars tactic, which is causing some element of trouble for a lot of players. I've heard someone say they think it's fine. I don't know if they're being sarcastic. It's hard to tell on the internet because it's the internet. But yeah, definitely the Kabam are looking into this. Today, as in Wednesday, we should be hearing back about what Kabam plan to do about it because it's causing some frustrations for players. As Kabam said yesterday, the game team has devised a plan to address concerns around the restrictiveness of the meta and its impact on Alliance Wars. We will have thorough communications and planning laid out for you all soon. We're aiming for tomorrow. So it might not be today, it could be a case it's like going into Thursday, but this was posted yesterday, so you'd hope it would be today. Also, following on from the new update, players have seen some frustrating things when it comes to performance. One of the first things that we're going to talk about is black screen after update, which you can see right here. Definitely really frustrating for players. I guess it depends on devices. I mean, what the heck that is, not that. It makes for great Photoshop templates. Yeah, imagine that as the game is a little Nightcrawler and going. It's like we're going into like some kind of Mario-based thing. But look, yeah, players first of all have seen problems like this. This has been, you know, people have reached out to me and said, look, in Arena, I don't know when Kabam plan to deal with this particular stuff. And the problem is it depends on the device, whether or not Kabam are stopping supporting certain devices. It's really hard to tell because there's a lot of stuff that are on the forums that really require some answering, including, you know, the big Alliance Wars placement issue, which is something we covered on the channel. We've covered on the channel like many times, and also Kabam have not really, they've answered but haven't answered. More on that I think later on in the show for today. But yeah, other issues as well. You know, Danny sent this, like there's just kind of like all manner of kind of like issues, whether it's crashing issues, whatever it is, it's just various frustrations and annoyances from different things when it comes to this. The other thing that we'll kind of like end on is and kind of coverage wise is lag. So yeah, lag you see, not lag as see. No, lag, like a lot of players have experienced lagging based issues. I haven't like felt there's any issues, but it definitely was something on when the update went live. That's an issue. Actually, no, I do tell a lie. There is a point when the defenders activate a special attack and they kind of go into a kind of a stutter state. So you don't know where the champion is going to be in position because it's like it stutters, like the whole screen just kind of goes, and you're like, okay, and then it goes back in again. You're like, whoa. You know, as Milan says here, when I'm fighting, my champion seems to recover too slowly after doing a medium, light, medium combo as my parry or dex doesn't even register in time and get hit in the face. And that's weird, isn't it? Like, because we talk about lag issues and Kabam going, you know, I've even kind of responded back to say, where is it? Hey, we're aware of looking at these lag spikes that are affecting iOS devices. If anybody experiences them on other devices, please let us know. So yeah, I don't know, because I always thought it went local when you went into a fight, according to like something a Kabam member said. So it's always very difficult to kind of trust what Kabam say in situations like this, because a lot of times I'm like, well, that if it goes local, then why should it lag at the point of an enemy throwing a special attack? It like, and to give you an idea, it's like the champion would go activate and go like a pause screen like that, and then move, and it will be kind of like, whoa, okay, and then it'd be further along. So it's always very bizarre with this game and stuff with it when it comes quite buggy. Yeah, and that's the thing, as Piccolo says, like, yeah, if you are worried about doing any kind of serious based content, whether or not it be Winter of Woe or anything like that, then make sure to kind of do it a little bit further into the month, because you'll have 2 weeks. You know, that's why we do the guide. We say like, look, if you are going to find content difficult, then what you can do is wait you know, 13 days, not 2 weeks, but 13 days before the content is released, to at least kind of then go, right, well, I've saved up revive health potions to get me through it if there's anything of an issue. And the performance, of course, isn't there. And obviously there's still, we've got these other issues right here, the black screen type thing. Someone saying as well, it's not just iOS. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, not good. Yeah, no further update on that particular matter so far. I'm recording this at 10:30 p.m. on the 5th of March. Nothing just yet with it. So we'll see what happens in the coming days, whether or not it's fixed or feels to be fixed, because that's going to be another key aspect as well. Let's now move on to misleading daily magic heist timers. So the ones that are the, I assume this is all about the objectives, the ones that well, I've done them. I try and make sure I do them as quick as they pop up, because obviously I want to never forget them, because they're going to be very important, because I need those rune stones and people will miss out. Or have got to spend their way out with these particular situations. Players here, just wanted to say that the timer on the 24-hour challenge is extremely misleading. When you look at the timer and compare it to others similar, it looks like you have 21 days to complete all the challenges, as well as others in mind. Assume that a new challenge would appear daily with a new timer, so foolishly, perhaps, we decided to let them build up and then do them all over the weekend. When we checked on the weekend, there were no additional challenges, so we completed the challenge and only then did reveal the 24-hour countdown for the challenge refresh. Please can we this be amended so it simply says 24 hours for all the time, and then challenge will auto reset rather than have 21 days on it, now 16. Having seen it so late, some of my alliance, we can only get 32 points and miss out on the 4 to 5 rank up gem. Yeah, it's annoying. It would be nice to kind of like to see that. And there is a response from this from Kabam. Of course, like people are going to fall out about like, oh, you should have done this by this and blah 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 blah. Look, it's just a case of like, look, what do Kabam say in this particular regard? The timer is for the event itself. I'm sorry that this may have confused you and some others. This is the same way timers are used in other areas and other events. I'm pretty sure they did something similar to kind of like that stacking before. Maybe that caused issues, but they definitely did it in the past. They are called daily objectives because they are meant to be completed daily, much like our dual track events. I'll be discussing clarifying this somehow, but we do not have any plans to make any changes to the event or give out any missed points. The objective of this event was to encourage players to log in every day and play, and to reward those that can just do just that. This is just the start of Sagas, and while it may not be the best start for some, there's still so much more to come. True, but we've seen definitely kind of like a buggy start. So yeah, I get why people are frustrated. I think it definitely needs to be communicated better, especially like what appears on screen, whether or not it's kind of like I know Kabam have like got special daily, but I don't know, maybe it's kind of like better to kind of put it in a different way. I don't know exactly, you know, Kabam will need to figure that out. But yeah, it's sad that players will miss out on this. So yeah, is what it is. And now let's move on to recoil damage affected by the Saga boosts. As a lot of you know, the Saga boosts are technically live. I don't know if it's all of them. I think we've just got to wait till tomorrow for, oh sorry, today, for all the boosts to kind of be seen more. Of course, I did like a video yesterday about that and kind of went, okay, at the start of the video, I did mention that because all the boosts can be theoretically seen, they're technically there, but technically not, in theory, but we're waiting for that to kind of go live with a new event. Sagas start today-ish, event quest, doodah. Right, so the point is, which you can see on screen, is recoil damage. So interesting, this is by Cam. Put a link in the description if you want to check this out. And I thought it was interesting because it does affect players when they come to recoils and stuff. So you can see here, like Cam says, Saga champs like Adam take 10% more damage from recoils than non-Saga as long as the global champ boost is active. Without Saga boost, Adam would have taken 145. Not gonna matter in BGs if your preset doesn't include recoils. but they will die faster in AQ, AW, or questing. So that's something you know, to note. And I thought it is very kind of like an interesting insight into like this stuff, because it's going to be very important, isn't it? But with these new boosts, yeah, you do more damage, but it could be affected a bit more recoils on the matter. So I'm going to mention this one more time. It's such a bizarre situation. We loosely touched upon this or mentioned it at the start of the show. There's been 2 other videos on it. I've contacted Kabam twice actually, and one with a response to say that they were kind of monitoring the situation, but this is just being ignored. Like it's kind of bizarre. The full kind of like, you know, mention of this, again, TLDR for this, I'll just read this. On Tuesday, my Alliance member had to leave the Alliance due to emergency. We had a new player take his place and join well over 24 hours before the next placement phase, but he was unable to place defense. We sent in a ticket and support gave us nothing more than a 101 for a new player guide on how to place defense, and that player must be in the Alliance for 24 hours before being able to place. This cost us up to 5 defenders last war. We chalked it up to being in, no, so they chalked it up to not being in the Alliance early enough. Okay, but you know, they've gone, it could be that. But we still were unable to place for today's war, and after multiple days of being in the Alliance, we even tried leaving and rejoining the Alliance, but still no dice. Unsure if raids is the cause due to the original player joining the raid week, or what is the reason behind it. In any case, it was like they just weren't answered. They weren't able to kind of field a, you know, a decent competitive fair season for themselves because of this particular issue. Which you can see right here, like here are the screenshots of the member in the native language that shows he cannot join the battle group, and button to join the button. I'm currently SJ1, so you can see like there, like, you know, just can't join. It goes on and on and on. And as I said, we've been covering this for weeks, and as I said, we got a member of Kabam that said they were monitoring this. I suspect there's probably a member watching this video, but again, the same issue is like, I don't know. Number one, I don't know how they've I don't know why they haven't answered this. Number two, even to go as far as to say, like, you know, what could they do about it? Would they be willing to do anything about it? Sometimes they've been able to deal with this stuff, but look, we're still at a situation where in the last few days there's just been no response. Yeah, it's just not there. 1.7k views, not a single one by. Look, I don't know if it's necessarily, you know, Kabam might, it could be a case that, you know, I've reached out to Jax, I think may have passed it along, and then, you know, Kabam member staff said back to me that they were watching the situation, but what is that? You know, they can watch the situation, but it's like a case of like, well, what can be done? At this stage with this bug, I kind of feel like it's just going to be forgotten, and by the new season starting, will this alliance, or many other alliances that get this bug, will they be able to just continue on as normal? And that might be the case. It might be just a case of like, just tuck it underneath the carpet, you know, sweep it under the carpet, sweep it under the rug and kind of forget about it. I kind of think that might be the way that Kabam may kind of like go at this and not compensate, because let's face it, in the last 6 months, we haven't really seen any kind of compensation for a lot of bugs that Kabam have done, whether or not it be quite a I'd say specific bug to a particular alliance, or kind of like a minor bug to one specific player. You're just not seeing any kind of like wider compensation, even minor compensation for matters. So yeah, shame. Now we're going to end with some arena predictions for Thor Ragnarok and Gladiator. So for round 1, I'm going with 60 mil for the 6-star version of Thor Ragnarok, 25 mil for the 5-star version, 25 mil for the 6-star Gladiator in the basic arena, and 15 mil for the 5-star version of Gladiator. I kind of feel that is a fair type of bracket, but we'll see what the results come in on Sunday. So yeah, good luck. That's been the show. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content located on screen. Also check out some of the links of the topics we discussed, and I'll see you all for some new content, deep dives, guides, and all those things. See you later. Bye bye.